Alright, so let's talk a little Alien here. Ridley Scott gave us an update on Alien Covenant. He says Noomi Rapace will not return for the sequel. She was in the Prometheus movie. She will not be returning. So, as far as that goes, it'll be just Fassbender's David character, Michael Fassbender's David character, returning. And he gave an update on the story. He says the story will take place 10 years after the events of Prometheus, with a new crew stumbling onto the remains of the Prometheus ship, and they'll cross paths with Fassbender's character. So I know one of us is a little bit about this news. So Jake, why don't you take it, man?
Well, okay, so I know you actually watched Prometheus last night, and
Really? For the first time?
Second time.
Oh, okay.
First time I wasn't paying attention.
So you're like, it's fresh in your mind.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Okay.
and Jacob and I we've talked about it. We're both kind of so on the movie, but when you watch Prometheus, it's a clear indication that the sequel, if it was ever going to happen, was supposed to focus on these two characters. And with this news coming out, saying that she's not going to return, but Michael Fassbender is, they're kind of pulling, like, in a way, a G.I. Joe retaliation move, where they're erasing everything from the first one, but rebooting it at the same time. And it kind of pisses me off in a way because, Ridley Scott did this to do a prequel to Alien and whatnot, but now Prometheus didn't work, so now he's kind of evolutionizing it into an Alien movie. And it's kind of erasing everything that was good from Prometheus. One of the best parts of Prometheus was Noomi Rapace. She was so good in the movie. The movie was based around her, basically, and her story. So for me, it does kind of upset me just because... And, I see them making the move that she died in the 10 years of the events between the two movies and whatnot. And I get that you want to focus on the David character because he is an interesting character. But it does kind of make me mad because they're kind of... now they're moving forward with Alien instead of Prometheus when that story was nowhere near told all the way. And it could end up working out. I mean, I don't know. It was a long time until then, but I don't like it personally. So
Yeah, I kind of feel the same exact way. I wonder if this is creative reasons or she didn't want to come back or something like that. But look, like I was telling you earlier, Jake, I'm not a huge diehard Alien fan. I like the movies. I watched them when I was younger. I enjoy them a lot. They're creepy as hell, especially the first two. But I'm not totally invested in the franchise. So I wasn't butthurt about Prometheus, nor is this news going to affect me too much. But my only interest in seeing a Prometheus sequel was to see what did she do after that.
Yes,
where did she go?
yes,
what was her journey
exactly.
after that? And I really enjoy the David character as well. Like, I wanted them together, on this, like, what happens after that? And that's why I was intrigued. Now I don't really care to see the movie. Like, and it's not, she's a really good actress. I actually think she's a really good actress, but it's nothing, it's not like, damn it, I wanted to see Noomi Rapace back. It's more about the character and the way that movie ended. It's like when you watch the second one and then you go back and watch them when they're both on DVD, you watch them back to back, it's going to feel so not like a sequel, It's just going to feel like, they did the same thing with the Planet of the Apes movies, the two movies, like they did a 10-year jump and had the main character die within that time period and not be alive. And at first when I heard that Franco wasn't going to be in the sequel, I was upset, but the way they executed it in the movie was brilliant. One of the best movies to come out in the last 5 years, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, right?
Yep.
So, I don't know. You never know. They can do something like that and then make it make sense, and then we could love it. But as of now, I hate this. I wanted to see her back. I wanted to see the journey her character went on with David after the events of Prometheus.
yeah, and it kind of like, because when it ended, like, she was so pissed off, and she was gonna go after these engineers, and it's like, are we even gonna see engineers? It seems like we're gonna get all aliens instead of the engineers. So the Prometheus sequel stuff, I'm just kind of not liking, or not no longer Prometheus. It's called Alien now. So
Well, I'm more upset about Idris Elba not coming back for Alien Covenant, but I'm kidding, guys.
He died, right?
Spoiler,
Yeah,
he died.
Exactly. I was gonna say
He
that,
died like
but
a
I didn't-
hero, though.
I mean, all right, we already spoiled it. Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say, doesn't he die?
Not like Charlie Theron, who, that was, anyways. So, Noomi Rapace, yeah, I mean, she was one of the highlights in the movie. Now, for me, it was so clear that Ridley Scott wanted this to be an original film, but he couldn't get around all the alien Easter eggs, references, you see the xenomorph thing at the end, and you're just like, oh, yeah, this is clearly...
Why didn't he just make a movie not related to Alien if he wanted it to be so separate? I don't know.
Because he was so intrigued by... All right, so the Prometheus was originally a script for an Alien prequel.
Yeah.
But Ridley Scott was so, fascinated by the engineers and the question, where did humans come from, that he changed the story around to make it, an original movie. But there was still so many alien references in the movie because he says it takes place in the same universe.
Okay. So,
And no, it's confusing. It's confusing for me too because while I was watching the movie, I was doing research online because I was like, "This is confusing me. Like, is this an Alien movie or is this a Prometheus?" So it took me some research to understand. But as for Noomi Rapace, yeah, it's gonna be really unfortunate not to see her character. It's gonna be one of those Will Smith from Independence Day things, where they say the character died, but none of us are really buying it, but we have to because we're sitting there watching the movie. I don't know. I mean, Ridley Scott, he has some momentum now with The Martian. We're gonna see where he goes with this Alien Covenant thing. It's clear that he was listening to the Alien fans when they said, you're just bullshitting us with Prometheus. Say it's an Alien prequel, and he probably decided, I'm not gonna let this Blomkamp guy take my franchise and this and that, so I'm gonna take over Alien and build off of what I tried to do, but so far the absence of Noomi Rapace is not a good start, but we'll see where it goes. You guys have anything else you want to say?
Nope.
Well, I want to say one thing. Do we think that the name change from Prometheus to Alien is going to have any more success on the movie?
I think it's a total cop out.
It's gonna make more money that way. I
was
think so. I still think to this day, casual movie fans don't know that Prometheus is connected to the Alien universe.
No, I don't think they do either.
Like they really don't, and they wouldn't. I don't expect them to know. I didn't know when I first watched the movie, honestly.
Right.
But I wasn't involved in movie news and stuff like that back then. So I don't know how they're gonna go about doing it, but my prediction as for now is that it's lazy. He doesn't want to explain what happened in between those events, so he's like, I'm just gonna tell a new story set in the Alien universe.
Well, because nobody's gonna believe it.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we'll see. What the movie could be freaking great.
I just wanted to see her take on engineers, man. That's all I wanted to do.
I mean, we'll see. It could be great.
I think the ending was the best part of that movie, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say so too, actually.